So the first thing I want to ask you, when I actually spoke to you back in January, I had to start off the conversation the way any Liverpool fan would and talk about Liverpool. So the first question I want to ask you, when Liverpool win the league, and that's a win, where would you prefer they do it? Anfield, Goodison Park, or the Etihad?
I said yesterday, I actually said I said Goodison, but no, I think it's best we win it at home. Thinking about it at all, there'd be nothing better than winning the title at Anfield and bringing it back. Like actually 30 years ago we did that when we beat QPR 2-1. So it's just having a joke around. I'm sure a lot of Evertonian fans would be pissed at me, but I just think to win the title at Anfield would be fantastic. That's where our fans are, that's where home is, and there's no place like home.
I definitely agree with that. One of the other major takeaways from that interview was you were determined that this year was going to be the year you win the Intercontinental Championship. Is that still the case?
Of course, that's the only thing I want to do. At the moment, I set one goal at a time, and the one title that's missing from my cabinet is the Intercontinental title. So the goal right now is to win the Intercontinental Championship. I don't care about anything else. It's all I'm focused on. I put a tweet out on Sunday night after Sami Zayn won it, So Sami Zayn, Ginger's Sheamus light. By the way, Sami Zayn, in fairness, I can't take any away from Sami Zayn. He's 48 years old, and for someone who's 48 years old and doing this, it's an incredible feat,
Definitely, man. Yeah.
Please print that, will you?
Yeah, that is 100% going to be the headline of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously Sami Zayn, the thing that I was watching it, obviously knowing that we'd spoken about the Intercontinental Championship before, and Cesaro was a part of that match who we'd spoken about. I just thought that would have been an absolute dream match to have at WrestleMania. So at WrestleMania, if you can't face Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship, who do you want to face?
I don't know, mate. That's all I care about right now. That's all I'm focused on. I mean, other stuff would be like, I don't know, like an appetizer, you know what I'm saying? And as of right now, there's not really in a storyline. I just kind of finished up one with Shorty G and Apollo Crews, and there's only 3 weeks to Mania. So it would definitely be Sami Zayn. But man, if Cesaro had won that, Cesaro Sheamus at WrestleMania would have been incredible.
Yeah, most definitely. And one other person that we spoke about, you might be able to tell I'm from Glasgow, so I've got quite a vested interest in Drew McIntyre. Yeah, of course. You actually said, I asked who's going to have the biggest year of their career, and you said Drew McIntyre. So I guess, what would your opinion be? Is Drew McIntyre going to become the first ever British UK champion? Or
yeah, did you tell Drew I said that?
Yes, I'm meeting him tomorrow. I tagged him and everything, but I'm meeting him tomorrow, so I'm going to say Sheamus predicted it.
Yeah, tell him tomorrow. No, I have no doubt in my mind that Drew will walk away WWE World Heavyweight Champion. It has to happen. It has to. It just has to happen, you know what I mean? It has to, like Brock's won it so many times. I don't think Brock's going anywhere, but I just feel like when you saw Drew stare down at Brock Lesnar, that was pretty that was pretty awesome, fella. That was really cool. Like Drew looking down for the first time ever. Brock looks vulnerable.
Of course, I definitely agree with that. And one other thing that Drew McIntyre done recently, I'm going to take this away from Sheamus for a bit. I need to ask you a question of someone as a viewer, what you thought of this. Drew smashing the cage of Erick Rowan. What did you think of the Erick Rowan spider?
Oh, dude, I saw that thing come out. I was like, oh God, someone needs to just get rid of that ASAP. I'm glad Drew did. Drew did Erick Rowan a favour, mate. That was just, I don't know what that was. You know?
Man, I said it there. I'm like, at least it's WWE listening to fans, because they just got ready at the second everyone was moaning about it. But
yeah, when I saw the thing happen, I was like, I don't know. You know, sometimes things don't work out, you know, the way they plan. So that was kind of one of those things. But yeah, I'm glad for Erick's a really good lad, big talented lad, you know.
Yeah.
So that was shy.
Definitely. And one thing I'd say, maybe when you go on to things that don't work out as planned, one thing I thought had a lot more potential than it actually came to. There was recently a photo tweeted out with yourself in it, and it was the League of Nations. So you guys had a wee WrestleMania moment with Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold. How do you look back at the League of Nations? Do you look back with fondness, or do you think it's something that should have gone a lot further?
Oh man, I just answered that question.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So we had the crack. We made the most of it, in the League of Nations. But ultimately, the whole purpose of that group was to get Roman off and running.
Yeah.
It was to create a vulnerability for Roman and an obstacle to overcome. Not that it really matters. I mean, look, I'd love to sit here and say, like, you got 4 awesome individual guys supposed to take over the WWE, as a faction, but it was never that way. We lost our first match against Roman in a 4-on-1 handicap match. Like, that's the start of something, and we knew right away from there that it wasn't, we weren't built to do this thing, we're just there for Roman, and that's what the chairman wanted to do, you know what I mean? That was his vision. It's like, we need to get Roman going, we need to create some obstacles for him, to put 4 of us together, and when he beat me for that WWE World Heavyweight title, it was a kind of one-on-one situation.
Yeah.
And well, he was over. He was like, the crowd were really behind him. They really hated me, and they loved him. So it was kind of like job done on that situation. That sometimes you get put in situations, and that's your job. That's what they want,
Yeah, most definitely. And if I pick one name from that group, what do you think of Rusev just now? He's been off of television. There's been rumours of him negotiating a contract. Is he someone that you think you want to see back in WWE, or, well, still in WWE, but you want to see back on TV and doing stuff?
Rusev's one of my best mates, bro. Me, Drew, Cesaro, and Rusev, like, they're my closest friends, and for all different reasons but yeah, I want to see Rusev do well. I was happy when he came back, dude. Like, when he came back that whole Lana thing, people were really, really behind him.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of dropped off. I don't know what happened, Like, he lost a couple of times to Lashley, but he was on fire. The Rusev Day thing was back and running, and they could have done a lot. A lot more could have happened in his way, So I don't know what the deal is. He's on Raw, but he was on fire, man. The people were loving him. And you could tell he was having fun coming in and kicking Lashley and making Lana's life miserable. Like, he was having a great time. I don't know what happened with that story. I don't know. I don't understand it. I was just on Rusev. Could have definitely gone on a roll after that.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that. I've got 2 last questions, so we're going to bring it back to you rather than getting you to talk about everything that's not you. Celtic Warrior workouts for me, I think, is something that is great because obviously, like we mentioned, Rusev there. I think you've got Robert Roode on it this week. I'm sure that was the one. What is that something for you that's like a passion? Yeah, sorry, on you go.
No, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, no, it was just to say, is that something for you that's like a passion project and it's just like, I'm desperate to do these things where I'm showing all WWE superstars working out, and not just WWE superstars, or is it something that you're just like, I don't know, is it a hobby, or is it becoming like a, man, this is the thing I really want to do?
It's a passion for me, definitely. It's something that started when I was kind of in a rut myself with my training, and I was I kind of felt like, man, I need to start, like, I started working out with a couple of different guys, and I got my passion back, and I was like, man, it'd be interesting to find out other people's struggles and obstacles, and the guys I work with, and how they overcame, and what they used to train, and how their training evolved, and also as well to give people watching, like fans of WWE, or people who want to work out but don't know how to work out and don't have the confidence to go to a gym. So I started doing the workouts, and the whole idea was brave change, making a brave change in our life. And every episode from the beginning, it was never about me. It was always about the person I was doing the workout with, and trying to keep up with them. Because you might be a master at your own workout, but when you do other people's workouts, mate, it's a massive challenge. And sometimes, you're going to end up like knackered at the end of it. So I started doing it that way, and then people were watching, and it's inspiring a lot of people to make a brave change. I've seen tweets and comments about people who just like were afraid to work out, didn't know how, and then they started watching one episode, they rolled into another, and now they're losing weight, and they're eating better, and they just feel so much better, And it's never been about, you have to do this. What are you doing? You're lazy. You're sitting at home. You're overweight. It's never about that. It was always about, like, because there are a lot of people out there who do that. It was more like, listen. If you're looking for a way to start, try this. Have a look at this. See how they do it. And that could lead to something else, and that's what it has me, and it's been amazing. Like, I've learned so much as well by training with different people. My workouts have changed; they're constantly changing because I'm constantly learning new things from different people.
Yeah, definitely. That's the last time we spoke. It was actually you had Tom Pritchard on, and I spoke to him shortly after, and he was praising you, which was absolutely amazing. But there's one thing that I need to ask you to end on.
Who was it? Sorry, who was it?
Dr. Tom Pritchard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I got to speak to him afterwards, and he was praising you to the moon. It was great. But yeah, there's the one thing that I need to end on. I'm sure you've heard this many times and been asked about this many times this week. NXT UK is doing a takeover in Dublin.
Yeah.
The first question, would you like to be involved? And if so, who would be your dream match on that card?
I'd love to be involved. I haven't heard anything. Nobody's approached me about it. No one's asked me about it, so I don't know. Like, I know it's there. It's going to be a huge thing, but I'll wrestle anyone, man. I love a match with it'd be great, you know?
Yeah.
But Walter, Wolfgang, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of great talent over there. I'm up for it all, like, but no one has approached me at all about it.
Yeah, most definitely. Hopefully I'll see you there anyway, and if not, I really look forward to seeing you win the Intercontinental Championship.
Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you, man. Cheers for your time, man.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Brother.
Cheers. Bye.